Hi guys, it's me again, Inspirational Post by Leverson. I'm just going to get straight into it. Um, Somebody was telling me about Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad and the other one, which is Peaky Blinders as well. And obviously they're all set in different eras. And I only just finished watching um, Peaky Blinders, and I've watched Breaking Bad, and now I'm watching Game of Thrones because people have just been telling me. So I just want to watch because I'm not really a big, massive television fan at all. Right, very rare that I'll watch it, as you know, through posts and stuff anyhow. Because I don't think that they throw out the right things for us. But I'm watching these. What I've realised is that over centuries, things don't really change. There'll be the the only thing obviously that changes is we develop more. We technology goes to a different level. We grow in brain power, I think. But there are certain things that just never ever change. And I'll tell you what that is. It's our ignorance. I've noticed just watching certain shows, it's our ignorance. Because in all the series, it's about Peaky Blinders. I'll go Breaking Bad first. Breaking Bad, right? Middle class guy, middle class white guy, teached in a college or university, wasn't really making that much money. Found out really and truly that um, he he got cancer, so he wanted to leave and provide for his family. So because he knew that he really didn't have that much in savings or anything else, that when he was going to pass away, that he wouldn't have much of a legacy to leave behind for them. So obviously hearing the news, and he decides, right, so I'm just jumping straight in for different parts, right? Not just going to go through the whole thing, but he decides then to sell crystal meth because he knows about chemistry, right? So he's a chemistry professor, chemistry teacher, right? So he gets into this with an old student of his, and they make it, and he makes a very good living from it, an absolutely fantastic living from it. But then I'm going to go on to, right, he makes a fantastic, remember this bit, right? He makes a fantastic living. Now I'm just going to skip and go straight then onto Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders set in the 1800s and stuff. Don't forget what I forget to say was that um, Breaking Bad, that's set in 2005, around about 2000s anyhow, right? So I'm just giving you a time scale what it's like so you can get a feel of it. So obviously now Peaky Blinders is set in 1800s, 1866, around about that sort of time. So now it's a family. The family are a little bit streetwise. They're a streetwise family. As we'd say, they're a poor family, and but they've got a reputation coming back from Irish background. They have, but it's set in Birmingham, around the West Midlands, even goes as far as spread to London and stuff. So basically it's about the gangsters, okay, the gangsters back in the day. So that they rule through fear. So the bootlegging booze, and they're doing, own a few pubs and stuff, but basically that they live on, protection and fear. And if you don't do what they say, more or less, or you're going to get razored, or you're going to get beat up, or you're going to get killed. But they started off from a poor background. But the lead character, he was in the war, so was his brother. Them two were in the war, obviously. So that would have been the First World War. Okay, so they came back. Obviously, they've still got that sort of like shock, and they've seen some horrible things and everything else. So they've come back and they thought, well, you know what, we can't live like this anymore. We can't live poor, so we're going to do anything to get the money so that we can live an absolutely lavish life. So they earn loads of money. The one goes into politics. Okay, so now I'm now skip forward into what I've only just started watching. Just got into like series 1, episode 4, something like that. Anyhow, but obviously it's about going back in the days of where you'd have knights, you'd have kings, you'd have the queens. Obviously you've got kings and queens now and everything else, but I mean, we're going way back when. Okay, so when they would call people peasants, and the poor were poor. You could kill the rich, could kill the poor, and nothing would happen. Simple as, nothing would happen at all. Okay, it'd just be like, okay, poor, doesn't matter. But in this, there's a family that are trying to survive the best way that they can. They're sort of a well-to-do family. Okay, they've got connections and stuff, but so they're still living a good life. So the three things, what they've got in common is it's power, it's money, and it's about being the best that you can be. And I'll tell you what, right, that's what I'm saying, that has never changed. We as people don't change because we want these things. And the three things there, it's all about, they wanted good things or great things for their family. And it's about doing anything necessary for your family. Some people are going to go one way, some people are going to go another, some people are just going to stay straight down the middle. But it seems like if you go sort of like, it seems like what they're showing is you go like that horrible, hard, crass way where you're killing, you're maiming, you're murdering, you're disfiguring, you get on, you start getting up there. This is what's being portrayed. The way I see it is, for me personally, this is why I don't really like to watch too much TV and stuff, because they are showing a real negative side. And obviously there are going to be people from the negative side of things that do end up getting killed in these shows and these programs, in these TV series. But a lot of times you start feeling empathy for them, and you start feeling compassion for them. And even though they've done wrong things and not doing things the right way, you start getting a feeling for them, because you'll start know the backstory of a character. And this is what it is. When we find out about a backstory of a person, and even though they might have had a bad background, come from a poor background, and they've had like a poor upbringing, and that they find themselves navigating in that path, obviously, because they're not going to be going into the higher levels of society. They're going to be staying down there, because even though the higher levels of society, there's still as much corruption going on up there as there is on a lower level. But you know what? I'm going to change that around. I'm not going to call it a lower level, because you know they're all the same. They're all the same levels across the board. Because just because somebody's up there and they've got more money than you, it doesn't mean to say that they're better than you. So I'm not even going to go on to levels like that. Right? Somebody might have more money than you because they've had more opportunity. Things have probably they've probably worked a bit harder to get it. I'm talking about the legit people now, okay, to get where they are. So it isn't all about you having to do things that are corrupt or doing things that are a little bit shady, or actually hurting somebody to get to where you need to get to. I do believe that within those three stories there, we've all got the elements of, I bet everyone's thought about what can they do to get to the next level. And if nothing dodgy has ever crossed somebody else's mind for that, you're a liar. Because I'll tell you what, most people, once you start getting higher up or getting things, there is always going to be a dodgy element to something. It might be even into like skimming off your taxes and not paying your right amount of tax. It could be you're taking something for somebody else for not the right price. You might undercut somebody and you're not giving them the right price. So it is all about making deals and trying to get the best thing for you that you can. But here's the thing of it. Everybody has the opportunity. I'll say most people, not everybody, because some people are in some right dire situation. I mean dire, and they can't get themselves out of it. And I'm talking about the people that are in third world countries also that are really, really struggling. I mean, really struggling. They find it hard every single, from man to woman to child. I mean, it's really tough. And we think we've got it hard. But, it's the but. We should not have the mindset to say, you know what, I'm going to go and try and rip somebody off to get where I need to get to. You'll get there through having the right people around you, and you don't have to do any shady deals. You don't have to do anything untoward, because you know what, you can build something great just being you, just being truthful, just doing the right thing. If you just do the right thing, you will get by. It doesn't mean to say that you have to be crooked. And people might say, well, you know what, you're living in cuckoo land. You look out there, how many people have done things the right way, who haven't done anything backhanded, and they've got on. So you telling me if most people had this sort of empathy in them, instead of trying to have empathy for people that are doing things wrong, and then they get lad, then we sort of forget about that. Think about the people that are doing good stuff. Give them the rewards and the opportunities. Now, like sometimes in like the school system, you'll see that the kids that are playing up and they're messing about and they're not the hardest workers, they're the ones that sort of get treated completely different, and they get away with murder. Not literally, but they do get away with a lot of things that they should never ever get away with. So there's been a lot of things where teachers, the power's been taken away to actually deal with children in a certain way, to stop them from doing these certain things, because the children now have all the power. Teachers now have got no power whatsoever. You're hearing lawsuits, you're hearing about you getting sued, you're hearing parents coming in beating teachers up and all this sort of nonsense. Do you know what I mean? But it comes down to what has the child done. But going back onto the things, see the three things and 3 films, the 3 series, and they're not films but series. It's about how you treat people, and it seems like you have to have empathy for somebody that's doing something wrong. No. When you're old enough to know if you're doing something right from wrong, you have to change, and you change that for the better. You don't change that for the worse, to make yourself, that feared character. Do things right. Inspirational post by Leverson daily. So just to say, you know what, just do things the right way. There are enough creative-minded people around to help you within this society, within this world. Just go and find your thing, man, and just run with it. Find your thing. You don't have to destroy nobody to try and get up there, because when you get up there anyhow, the people are still looking down on you anyhow. But if you do the right thing, you've got the right people around you, no one's going to be looking down on you or sideways, because you've all come together. Inspirational post by Leverson Daily. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Have a great day.